You live in a false reality. You don't sound like you think you sound like I hear you sound. Your world is not comprised of logic. Your world is comprised of what you believe and have the ability to receive. You're confused thinking you're smart, a logical thinker, ignorant of the fact you can't use logic against your own belief. My world is flat, not moving, not flying through the vastness of space. I am not some insignificant cosmic dot trying to define my gender, motives, and purpose. No, my world is flat because my God said it was. We are not some insignificant cellular construct that crawled out of some primordial goo at mathematical odds that no computer made now or in the future could even compute. You ask what evidence I have, and I'll tell you clearly. It is written. By the one who made you, I need no other evidence, for my eyes will only see what I believe, and I believe the word of the living God. You may think this is crazy. You tell me you have scientific data backed with facts that Earth is nothing like I believe. I believe what is written, and what is written will always back what I see. Most importantly, though, it's what you see, eyes wide shut. Mike here, that's me. In this video, we're going to cover more VR glitches. We're going to cover compression errors, what those look like, and why what you're seeing NASA do with their arms just glitching out, or their whole body, which means that the video channel they are on has a separate compression issue when the rest of the video feed does not. That means they're not in the same place. So if you see microphones passed around, or little objects, or they're playing with water again, or have their gorilla suit out, and one of them glitch out, that means none of them are even in the same building, which means the ISS is not real. Another thing is, don't send me links to videos saying try to debunk this. Look, if we debunk 20 of them, that one that they actually got it right does not denote that we are in space. Okay, get a clue, seriously. Also, we're going to talk about paranormal and how that might affect video compression. Yeah, actually, there are people that think certain video compression errors can only be caused by one thing. Ooh, yeah, one of those. And I'm going to talk a little bit about devils, the real thing, and I'm going to show you how you can prove to your friends the Earth is not a ball with just a simple app from Android or the iPhone. And Jaron covered this, and it's amazing. And I'm going to put the link so you can go over all the things he covered and why it's not debunkable. So let's get on with some video from the Potter's Clay. Stole some video from that brother. Thank you. Thank you for your video. And let's get rolling. Here we have Tim tracking a ball in VR space. He has VR contacts on. And this ball is projected back on another video feed, tracked on a gridded blue screen for precision. Pretty amazing technology how NASA pulls this off. Here we see Tim with the same deal playing with the bubble. Kind of like the bubbles you saw at the beginning of the video in the Unity engine, only much higher resolution. All right, here we have two actors with two jerseys. How they got the jerseys, who knows. On the payload for the ISS are stuffed animals, jerseys, gorilla suits, anything not related to science, just for show. Here you can see that the green on his jersey is leaked through. That's because of the green screen behind him. He's not actually standing on the same room with this woman, and I'll go over that. I'm going to show you how that works here with a live demonstration of using chroma key software. Here we have a guy's feet go transparent. I'm also going to demonstrate that here after this video and why his feet became transparent. For those of you who are not familiar with green screens and how they work, or why the guy's feet became transparent, I'm going to show you here real quick. What you're looking at here is something I made in 3D Studio Max a couple years ago. All of this is just models. None of this is real. And I was going to make this and use in some videos. I think I used it like in one video. But what I want to do is I want to bring that background and put it behind me here. And so I put this image of the background here in Camtasia Studio, and I'm going to put it under the video layer that I'm sitting on. I'm going to go ahead and just drag this out so that it'll cover the whole video. What we're going to do is completely remove the green from this video and make it a transparent background. In order to do this, I'm going to click Visual Properties, select my color picker, and I'm just going to go ahead and click this green here. Now, as soon as I click the green, we remove the green from there, and my background now shows through, but as you can see, the problem is it became transparent. And the trick of it is sliding these controls and manipulating these around to where you have full color and everything is aligned right so that I show up in the video. The issue is, as these YouTubers keep messaging me, the issue is as the video moves along in different places, the green screen effect may not be as good because lighting changes and situations change, and so things can become transparent, or you can start to see a green fringe around your object. And we see this on the ISS when something glitches out or something. You'll see green leap through because that's the screen they're standing in front of. So if you have any questions about this, just message me on my channel. But this is why the feet became transparent. All right, here you see the green screen leaking through his chest. Where did they get those jerseys? And this one, the guy in the green, his video compressions is going in error, but the hat in front of him and nothing else is, which tells me that they're not all there together. On this one, this guy's whole layer, now half this screen is masked, so these two are not together, but this mask behind the girl's elbow, it doesn't deform her arm, it deforms the ISS behind there. So that tells me the mic and those two people are not even in the same room. On this one, the layer the girl's on messes up. Guy's fine. And here the familiar Snake Eyes. No, he's not possessed. Well, he could be. But coming up, we're going to be talking about compression errors, devils, and how you can prove to your friends the earth is flat.
And with our setup, again, it's running in worst case conditions at 100 meters. What you'll see here, once the video stream comes up, is an error rate of roughly 0.89 to 1%. So that's a very low error rate, but you can see in terms of the video, it's pretty much unusable. So this is really showing the impact of compression and errors on the network.
As you can see, just with less than 1% compression error, it will tear it apart and rip the whole video, not just selected parts like an arm or a leg or something covered in a VR hologram, such as NASA uses. Also, NASA can have one of the whole actors have a compression error and blip out on us or go transparent simply because that actor's on a separate layer than everybody else. In other words, they're not in the same building. In this next example, we see so-called experts think that video compression errors could possibly be caused by the paranormal. Let's take a look.
Sound all the way up, look, see it? You hear nothing. It's not on mute either. I'll mute it right now, see? There's mute. You see what I'm saying? The audio goes with it. That's a dead giveaway of a real compression error. When I show my shapeshifting, the audio stays. You see these little pictures? These are hit rate codes, error messages that come up. Instead of saying error message on your digital readout, in audio you'll get that. Look at these little things right here. These are little codes.
This is more live video compression errors. This is what it looks like. Notice it affects the whole screen. All right, so he told us to look up the skull experiment. Let's do that. As you can see here, the skull experiment is capturing paranormal act. That's the wrong skull. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. This could explain why NASA has so many of those so-called compression errors. According to this website, real serious scientific investigation, video compression errors could possibly ghost or some form of paranormal activity showing up in the video feed, kind of the ghost in the machine thing. So let's listen to one of their experts and just see how valid this is.
Despite the Hollywood treatment, EVP has been the focus of serious scientific investigation. One of the leading researchers is Alexander McCrae, an electronics engineer who has worked on communication systems for the space shuttle. He has been investigating EVP for decades.
Okay, there's NASA, so EVP equals junk science. These people are confused though, but let's talk about what's real. And it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, God assigns them a house to haunt. That's how some people read the scripture, but it's not true. Once you're dead, you're not coming back, and no, you're not going through the line, so to speak, again. That's it. We do have real cases, though, documented by real investigators, not these armchair ghost hunters or whatever you want to call them. The real deal. And very seldom do we get this. Let's take a look. This is an actual DCSF report, Department of Children and Family Services, registered by the state of Indiana, Hammond or Gary, Indiana. I know the Gary Police Department investigated this. They actually took pictures of a real apparition, demonic spirit. They actually took pictures of it, Gary Police Department. So let's read this here. Had a weird grin on his face and began to walk backwards. This is the child. And while the grandmother was holding his hand, he walked up the wall backwards while holding the grandmother's hand, never letting go. He flipped over and landed on his feet in front of his grandmother. FCM Washington and the psychologist both witnessed this event. And read one more. Medical staff reported that while the children were in the primary doctor's office, this is medical staff, they're witnessing this, they observed the child was lifted and thrown into the wall with nobody touching him. Gary Police Department went to the home and they started checking this out themselves. So this is real documented events by professionals who, trust me, they don't want anything to do writing down paranormal activities on the reports. But this is what they witnessed and observed. And these are real spirits, demonic entities. And if you want me to do a video on this or talk about this more, just let me know. I've had to deal with devils. I actually have a scar on my nose from a devil in a situation that happened in the past. So they are real. Anywho, if you'd like me to do a video on how to deal with them, then just let me know in the comments. All right, next up, how you can help your friends prove that the earth is flat with an app on a smartphone, like Android or iPhone. That next. So what you need is something like this. This is called the Bubble app. And as your device moves or tilts, so does the bubble. And basically what you do is you would just set it, recalibrate it, get it in the center, set it on the plane or your car, drive about 20 miles, and see if the bubble changes. This will detect and tell you if the earth is curved or not. Amazing discovery. This is featured on Jaron, and some guy named Renick discovered this. Jaron actually goes over all the reasons why you can't debunk this, because this is not affected by gravity. It's not like a spirit level. Okay, now we've seen plane trips with spirit levels and they stay level. The plane does not compensate for the curvature. But this here is not affected by gravity. And you can test this even in your car. Anyways, bubble level for Android. I forgot the name of it, surface level or something for the iPhone. But there's an app for both. And this is a very easy and simple way to see if you're driving over the curvature of the earth at 8 inches mile per squared. You know, you got to remember, even at 3 miles, there should be 6 feet of curvature difference. And this should read it. This is Mike. Please like and subscribe. God bless.
And as you're opening up your pocketbooks, God is opening up the windows of heaven for me a blessing. And God is prophesying greenbacks out your pussies, ladies. Ha, hold on. Everybody be quiet. I hear God speaking to me. There's somebody in here. They live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. And the devil had made a Mockingbird Lane, and the devil had made your boy a werewolf. Bring the child up here, and I'll cast that hairy beast out of him. Glory to God. There's somebody in here. 2315 Wilson, and you have a disease ain't nobody ever heard of. But I heard of it, and the Lord God heard of it. Oh, come on down. You only got but a day to live. Open your pockets, people. Be free with the Lord. Let him deliver you from that 50 million lucre.